I came across a really interesting story earlier by Neil Brady from The Guardian. He spoke about a professor of neuropsychopharmacology from Imperial College London who is inventing a way, or trying to invent a way, to get drunk without getting drunk. So get the feeling from alcohol without drinking alcohol. It's an alcohol substitute that'll give you all the positive effects of it. He says the idea is to stimulate the GABA receptors in your brain. Okay, that's a brain chemical that's helps suppress the nervous system. It's the same process goes on with things like Valium or Xanax or Klonopin. They work on the GABA receptors. Anti-anxiety stuff work on the GABA receptors. Alcohol does the same thing. So again, the idea is to give you the pleasing effects of alcohol, all of the pluses and none of the negatives. So none of the hangovers, none of the withdrawal symptoms, none of the addiction. All the positives, none of the negatives. And he says, quote, modern science allows us to target the relaxing and intoxicating part while avoiding the bad parts like addiction and withdrawal. So, I'm kind of skeptical of this, I have to say. This might be a first. This might mark the first time in Secular Talk history that I disagree with an expert. I like to give credit where credit is due to everybody who's gone through the process and knows more than I do. And I'm admitting that I'm just speculating, and this guy certainly knows a lot more than I do, and you probably shouldn't even listen to anything I'm about to say. How's that for a caveat? But here's the thing. I think the whole purpose of a drug is to make you feel good. Whether it's alcohol or cocaine or heroin or Adderall or fucking OxyContin or anything, okay? That's why people do it. If they're doing it recreationally, of course. There's medical reasons to do all those things. Weed, everything, okay? But if you're doing it recreationally, the purpose is to feel good. So if you're taking something that's going to alter your consciousness to make you feel good, then by definition, when you don't have that thing, you're going to feel not as good. You're going to feel back to your baseline, which in comparison feels shitty. So I get what he's saying in the sense that, okay, so if you could find a way to take away the actual hangover symptoms and withdrawal symptoms of alcohol, so you take away the horrible I'm sick feeling that I don't want to move and the room is spinning and I want to throw up and all the nausea. Yeah, I get, okay, that maybe you can actually find a way to do that. And that is scientifically possible. But the idea that you can get rid of the addiction of something, but also continue to have it make you feel good? But the whole reason why it's addicting is because it makes you feel good. So if you take away the addiction part of it, then you're taking away the feeling good part of it. They're connected. And actually, in the article, it's funny. In the article, I think it was on Raw Story. It was on Raw Story, but it was from The Guardian. He kind of points that out too. He's like, we tried for a while to get this thing done, and for a while we thought we couldn't do it. It's not possible to separate the two because the addiction part comes along with the feeling good part. But then later on, he kind of hedges and says, but now we think we can do it. So I'm skeptical, man. And look, there is evidence contrary to what I'm saying, kind of. So for example, I just forgot the name of the substance. There's a pill, methadone. Like, people could take something that it reacts with your brain in the same way that any opiate does. Okay, so it gives you the opiate high without you actually getting high. So you don't want to take opiates, but you're not high, right? That's kind of what methadone is and some other things. So I guess that's what they're talking about, but at the same time, if you talk to people who do methadone, they say you don't feel the same way that you felt when you did the opiates. So it is possible to give people the same chemical feeling or same chemical reaction in their brain without getting the good feeling that comes along with it. But then what's the purpose? See, this is what I'm saying. Again, it could just be my problem, but I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around it, even in theory. Like, I can't even theoretically understand how you can take something like alcohol, which has a lot of good effects and then bad effects later, how you can have the good without the bad, and if that's even possible at all. We'll find out soon enough. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they find a way to create a liquid or create a pill that gives you the happiness effects of alcohol and the same kind of chemical response without giving you the bad effects. I would love it if that thing exists. I'm just skeptical that it even could exist.